It was very difficult just to open up in ways that I never have before. People are going to understand me so much better. Never was blaming my parents for this. They were manipulated. People just putting too much care into what others think of them. And it's just not healthy. It's hard for me to trust people.
Hi, Paris. Why did you think this was a good time to tell your story? And was it hard for you to be so open and so intimate about details you've never shared before?
The original premise of the film was just because I wanted to show the businesswoman I am and the empire I've created and just how proud I am of that. And then during shooting, I just became so close with the director and just started opening up to her the things that I've never talked with anyone in my life about. So it was very difficult just to open up in ways that I never have before, and just to remember and think about just all the traumatic experiences that I've went through.
What's the moment when you said, I have to open my heart, my soul for the people, a lot of women, you are an inspiration for them.
Thank you. I hope by me being brave and telling my story that other young women and men who are maybe going through the same thing or in an abusive relationship or who have went through certain traumatic experience can now feel open to talk about it, to leave whoever is doing that to them and not feel alone and understand that it's okay and that they shouldn't be ashamed. The people who did that to them should be the ones who are ashamed.
Do you think it's the time for real women?
I think it's important just to be real and to be authentic and to share your truth. And it's such an empowering feeling to share yourself and be authentic and real. Something happened in my childhood that I've never talked about with anyone, but I couldn't tell you guys because every time I tried, I would get punished by them. I still have nightmares about it.
Do you hold resentment toward your parents for allowing this to happen? And how did you overcome the fears and traumas that this experience left you with?
I never was blaming my parents for this because they didn't know. They were manipulated. The people at these schools lie and pretend that it's somewhere that's safe where they're going to take care of your children. And my parents had no idea. So I can't blame them for it because it was out of their control.
You're obviously the original influencer, and there's so many women who today have followed the path you created for them. And you were the first person to actually create a brand of your own persona. And in the documentary, you said something about how you feared you have helped create a monster. I wanted to know what you meant with that. And do you ever feel trapped in this sort of reality you built up for yourself?
What I meant by that was, I think there's the good and the bad that comes with social media and just this whole new culture. And the good part is that if you have a talent or a passion and you capture that content and put it out there, you could build a big brand or business with what you love to do. But then I see the negative part is just, these young girls who are basing their whole self-worth based upon other people's opinions and just caring so much about looking perfect and having the perfect selfie and getting followers and likes and then worrying about people making rude comments. And basically, I don't know, I've just seen a lot of depression and people just putting too much care into what others think of them. And it's just not healthy.
You mentioned clearly about the relationship with the press. You are in a good moment. What's the relationship with the press right now?
Yes, I feel that everyone is finally respecting me for the businesswoman I am and what I've created. And I feel also now with people seeing this movie, people are going to understand me so much better and see that I'm a human being with feelings and that I'm a lot different than what they would have thought.
I I imagine it's not simple being Paris Hilton's partner. Do you ever struggle with finding someone you respect and you admire and who can understand your lifestyle? And how open are you to deep love and maybe finding or creating your own family one day?
This is the first time in my life that I'm with an equal and somebody who loves me for me and doesn't care about the spotlight or the cameras. He is a brilliant businessman who has everything on his own. So it's amazing to have someone who I can trust, who's loyal, who's kind. And this is the first time that I have opened my heart. And I'm just so grateful to have found my perfect partner. And I can't wait for our future together and to have a family.
When we saw the documentary, we feel your bestie and your real love is Nikki. It's your big bestie, Nikki, your sister. It's very important in your life.
Yes, I'm so lucky to have my sister. There's no one in the world who knows me better than she does. And she's just always been just so protective of me, always giving me the best advice. It's hard for me to trust people. So I don't know what I would do if I didn't have my sister. She's the best person.
Thank you, Paris. We wish you the best.
Thank you, girls.